Hi Leute und willkommen zurück zu Wuthering Waves. Anlässlich Patch 2.0 werden wir nochmal in Wuthering Waves reinschauen. Problem ist, ich habe damals, glaube ich, nur bis Ende 1.0 gespielt. Und das heißt, wir skippen entweder den ganzen Rest der Story oder wir spielen jetzt die alte Story durch. Und ich bin gerade am gucken, was das ist. Beziehungsweise wie lang das ist. Nun, gibt's das irgendwo auch auf Deutsch? Damit ich die Questnamen weiß. Da. Das ist eine Einleitungsquest, ein neuer Gefährte. Und dann haben wir 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, ja, also wir müssen Patch 1.1 bis 1.3 spielen. So wie ich es verstanden habe. Werden wir uns angucken. Was ich schauen muss, ich hatte, glaube ich, mit Controller gespielt damals. Also wir werden auf jeden Fall jetzt ein paar wahrscheinlich sehr, sehr lange Folgen machen, um dem alten Quatsch loszuwerden. Und dann gucke ich mal, wie wir dann zum neuen Zeug kommen. Den Charakter hatte ich noch gepullt. Der Charakter, den gab es irgendwann mal umsonst. Und ich habe jetzt auch schon den frisch neuen 2.0 Charakter Carlotta.
The experiment begins.
Wo bist du? Irgendwo hier unten. Hier. Carlotta, die nun, wie mir gesagt wurde, der Chlorant-Fake mit Pistole. Ich kann sie aber nicht weiter leveln, weil ich in die neue Update muss für die Mats. Bis 40 konnte ich sie machen, weil ich so ein kleines Training von ihr hatte, wo Mats drin waren, aber mehr kann ich gerade nicht mit dem Charakter machen. Heißt, wir laufen jetzt der Quest hinterher. Machen die Story so weit wie es soll und gehen dann ins neue Update. Und das Update soll wohl bei Genshin abgeguckt worden sein. Also es soll irgendwie so Mischung aus einem Wasser-Fontänengebiet sein, mit den Fontänen-Charakteren abgeguckt. Und storymäßig irgendwie so ein Wirrwarr aus Fontaine und Sumeru sein. Ja? Mal schauen. Da bin ich sehr gespannt drauf. Soweit hatte ich die Karte, glaube ich, mal so erkundet. Irgendwas mit um die 60% bei den Gebieten rum. Ein bisschen mehr, ein bisschen weniger. Hatte halt ein bisschen Stuff eingesammelt. Mal versucht, gegen die ganzen Bosse zu kämpfen. Das war es im Großen und Ganzen bei 1.0 dann bei mir schon. Aber sonst habe ich, glaube ich, nicht viel weiter gemacht. Gut, dann was soll das? Da sollen wir hin. Also das letzte in der Main Story. Wir hatten den Boss besiegt, hatten mit der Anführerin geredet. Und der sollten wir jetzt irgendwie helfen, weil die so eine komische Weissagung für sich selber hatte, dass sie gegen den Hüter hier, diesen Drachenhüter, der ja über das Gebiet hier herrscht, der eigentlich ihr Freund ist, dass sie gegen den irgendwann kämpfen soll.
All shall reveal itself.
Ah, der war das mit dem Roboterarm. Ich muss ein bisschen gucken, was die können.
Over here. Been waiting for ya. I thought Yang Yang said you had a super cool little buddy to show us. Where is it?
I don't know.
Da ist
Did
er.
it just pop out of your tacit mark? Smells good. So, is this how it first showed up when you guys were in the Norfolk Barrens?
Yes, back then as I fought off those tacit discords, a burst of energy erupted from that statue. Two forces clashed and collided, and later, one of them emerged victorious, vanquishing the other in a violent clash. General GN and Rover later told me it was this little thing coming out of Rover's body. It was blocking or even consuming the overflow of Threnodian power. It reminded me of how Rover once absorbed frequency energy with her body in a similar fashion. So we took her to the academy for a checkup with Baizhi. Apparently, this little one is what we had detected before. It's a speculated space or organism hidden inside your body. Now we finally know. It shares similar frequencies with tacit discord's reverberations. It resembles an echo processed by the data bank, stored inside your body instead of a terminal. In other words, it's your own echo, captured or absorbed at some point. Without you, it can't manifest. That's why Baizhi couldn't confirm just how you absorbed that echo back then. Was it you? Was it the little one? Or maybe the two of you together? And Baizhi discovered more after analyzing your spectrums. She found a new power source within you, similar to the crownless, but even stronger. This power comes from the tacit discord you defeated in Norfolk Barrens. So, the excess energy this little thing had consumed somehow ended up in your body, available at your disposal. In other words, there's a deeper connection between the two of you. To put it simply, you are connected. While you are two separate individuals, your energies and vitals can affect each other, for better or for worse. You may even feel each other's emotions. The bond between you and this creature is symbiotic. As it strengthens, so do you. However, if one is harmed, the other suffers. Fortunately, since it can't ever leave your side, it's not an easy target for attackers. And if they do strike, it can seek shelter inside your body for safety. Okay, now that's pretty much it. Baizhi was going to explain it to you herself, but she has to go check on a newly appeared sonorosphere in Zhaozhou.
Wait. This is too much information for me to process. Let me get this straight. So, it helped Rover fight off the Threnodian? Seriously? This teeny tiny thing could do that? Seems unlikely. Don't look down on me. You'll regret it when you learn what I'm capable of.
poker-faced researcher was absolutely shocked when she examined me. Said I'm not just any echo, I'm a super-duper cool one. Rarest of them all.
Oh, actually, while those aren't Baiji's exact words, that is what she meant. She mentioned highly intelligent echoes that can act on their own in other countries. Said they are involved in every aspect of human life with unique abilities beyond our imagination. Those echoes are rare, though. Neither I nor Baiji, an eco-acoustics expert, have ever seen one in person. But this little thing here, it could be one of those foreign echoes.
Yeah, makes sense. Now we just gotta figure out where it came from. Who knows? We may find other cool echoes in that place. So, do you know where exactly she absorbed you?
Huh? How am I supposed to know? Why don't you just ask her?
Yeah, it happened before she lost all memories, so we have to ask you.
But even if echoes can have memories, they probably wouldn't remember things earlier than their first manifestation. I wonder if that's the case with this little one, too.
Aha! Finally, someone with common sense. That green-haired, serious guy asked me a similar question. Sorry to disappoint, but I really don't remember anything before I showed up. Maybe I was just sleeping inside her this whole time. So of course I don't remember.
Sleeping? Seriously? It's been so long. All those happenings, all that fighting, and you didn't hear anything? Wow, your sleeping quality is really something.
So you've got privacy to be respected. Don't worry. Your body's sound insulation is amazing. You can dive into it, and everything goes quiet. The only problem is, I never know when I'll wake up again. And when I do wake up, I get tired and hungry fast. So I have to crawl back in for more rest. I know. It's all because I'm not eating enough.
That's why you kept disappearing. You went back to sleep from lack of energy. Makes sense. Regular echoes need to be powered by the terminal, too.
I thought you'd be really different from the usual ones we see. Turns out you share a lot in common. So you probably don't know your denomination or a nickname.
Denomination?
The universally agreed terms for special echoes, like names for humans.
My denomination. What? No way! No way! That's not fair! If all the special echoes have names, I don't want to be called the little one all the time. How about this? You help me come up with a name, and I will let you have some of the food. There's nothing left. Next time, I'll definitely save some for
A name? Now?
Yes, I want it now. Look, your name's Chisha, your name's Yang Yang, and you... that sounds interesting. Wait, didn't you forget everything? How do you still remember?
With your old name and memories all gone, it's a good idea to go with a new one. It makes everything more convenient.
Yeah, exactly like she said. Every one of you has a name, and I want one for myself, too. I just want a name that sounds a little cool, a little special, and epic, and super smoking.
That's true. Let's see. You want a cool one. What about Echo the Invincible?
Nah, nuh-uh, absolutely no.
Hey, it makes every difference in the world. I am... Or maybe since you can fly.
No. Absolute.
Why? I love it when people call.
Huh? Aha! I knew Rover would come up with a good... You didn't just pick 2 random syllables, did you? So, is it because I've been saying absolutely no a lot?
I meant to tease it as a joke, but I can tell it's upset now. On second thought, a name...
Abby... Abraxas?
What's wrong? What are you muttering about? What? Sounds like you're reading a spell.
I don't know, but I just have this feeling that... Abby. I like the sound of that. That's my name. Of course I like it. You came up with it for me. I was just trying to get used to it. My name is Abby. You will not call me the little one again.
Sure, we won't. Well, that didn't work out. I was hoping we could get some answers from from Abby. But now we're back at square one. I really thought we could figure out where Abby came from. It might not lead us to other special echoes, but it's at least a starting point to uncover Rover's past.
Maybe we can start with Abby's special ability. Each special echo has a unique ability. We can compare what Abby does with our records of other echoes to see where they came from.
Why do you sound so unsure? Didn't you... Abby, can you show us again? I'm super curious.
Well, since you asked, I'll show you how it's done.
Okay.
All right, all eyes on me.
Und geht nicht.
What's going on? I'll try again, just you see.
What?
Just a little slip, that's all I can do. Back then, I just stood in front of her, and that big bad
So, you didn't really do anything?
Huh? No, I definitely did something. Like I said, I was asleep, and then all of a sudden, I smelled something really yummy. I didn't have time to think, I just had to show up and reach out for it.
So, maybe Abby's power activates automatically under certain circumstances.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Hey! Stop looking down on me, like I said. Think about it. I just stood there and did nothing and ended up beating a Threnodian. Imagine what I could do if I actually tried. Hey, Rover, get behind me next time we run into anything.
You're so real for that.
You bet. I said I'm super strong. I'll protect her.
That's very reassuring to hear, but it seems we're stuck again. I can't think of anything else to check out. Where did you absorb Abby? What are Abby's powers, and what exactly happened between you two? Our Sentinel Joy can look into the future. Nothing ever deviates from its predictions. It has already sort of guided you to the Norfolk Barrens through Madam Magistrate's messages, right? Now that the Threnodian crisis is over, Perhaps you can consult our magistrate and our sentinel again. I'm sure they can offer you some more useful guidance.
Relax, relax. You have me now, remember? Meeting up with that Jinshi person, getting your memories back. I've got you. Speaking of that, so this sentinel can predict the future? That sounds cool. The name Jue sounds pretty cool too. It's almost as cool as mine. What does it look like? Where is it? Since we're paying it a visit, this sentinel should treat us with food, right?
Our sentinel protects every one of us. Of course it's cool. But why are you talking about food again? Didn't you just stuff your face? What? Is your stomach a black hole?
I can't help it. I'm always starving. Rover, did you hear that? My stomach is growling. I'm so hungry. How about we go to that place we went to last time with Yang Yang and Chisha? I love their food so much.
Okay, dann werden wir mal schauen. Es wird mir jetzt immer wieder diese andere Quest hier anzeigen. Auch wenn ich die nicht machen will. Aber wir müssen hier halt weiterkommen. Hier bekommen wir auch die... Für Rover das Upgrade.
Yummy, yummy. Hello? Are you with me? You seem a bit distracted. With so much delicious food right in front of you, aren't you gonna try any? You've been absent-minded the whole day. Still bothered by that dream from last night? Wait, so you had a dream about the Sentinel? Like the one from your flashback when we saw the Sentinel statue after you lost your memory? Hang on, so let me get this straight. The Sentinel swooshed you off to a mountain shaped like a dragon, and then there were all these bad things going on with lots and lots of tacit discords, but the Sentinel saved the day. How exactly did it protect everyone again? Oh, in your dream it made the time different there.
Yeah. The time in the mountains seemed to have slowed down from the outside, away from the tacit discords. The Sentinel must have created a barrier by manipulating the flow of time, keeping those monsters out. It was a safe haven from all the disturbances caused by the tacit discords, where people lived peacefully. Also, in my dream, I wasn't affected by the slowed time and could freely move in and out of the barrier.
It's no shock that you have awesome powers, being friends with me. What was that place you dreamed about called?
I'm not entirely sure I heard it correctly, but in my dream, the Sentinel mentioned a place called Mount Firmament.
Mount Firmament? Never heard of it.
You've never heard of Mount Firmament? Then I'm sure you're not from around here.
Huh? Hold on!
Oh my! Did that echo just talk?
Come on, man, relax. You don't hear an echo talking every day, but it's not that uncommon either. I heard there's a country called Rhinus. What? Anyway, the echoes there are next level. Oh, you're not from around here? Well, that explains why you don't know about Mount Firmament. Legends say Mount Firmament is where the first people of Jinzhou live. It looks like a giant statue of our sentinel Zhui. I've never actually heard of anyone going to that place. They say those who try either get lost in the sea mist or never come back. If you're curious, just head southeast. Mount Firmament is on the east side of Whining Ix's Mire, and you can see it from a distance.
The southeast. The past few days, especially this morning, I caught this unique smell from the southeast. From that mountain they just mentioned. It's like a strong energy pulsing through the air, but I can't quite put my finger on it. It feels kinda weird, though. Could it have anything to do with what you said? A place where time passes?
I had a flashback about seeing their sentinel. Perhaps that happened on Mount Firmament. I can feel an unknown force guiding me, urging me to go there, and Jinxie said she'll go search for the sentinel and update me on its whereabouts. But so far, I have not heard anything from the city hall yet.
Then shall we go check it out together? It feels really suspicious.
Abby, are you getting sleepy again?
Let me take a quick nap, all right? I've got keen ears. If anything goes down, just give me a holler and I'll be up in a jiffy. I swear.
Okay, und da wurde jetzt eben schon die neue Region von 2.0 erwähnt. Konnte man... Ja.
Time to wrap it up.
Greetings, Rover. What can I help you with today? I regret to inform you that Madam Magistrate is not in the City Hall. She has left for Mount Firm. In fact, we have not heard back from her for days. Unfortunately, no. Please keep this confidential. The situation in Jinzhou is still unstable after our battle with the Threnodian. We must limit discussion of the Magistrate's whereabouts to a select... When we captured Scar, he claimed that the Fraxidus had imprisoned our Sentinel. It was around the same time that Madam Magistrate lost track of Sentinel Jewett. If our Sentinel is truly in danger, or if someone with malicious intent obtains this information, the potential consequences could be as catastrophic as the previous Threnodian invasion. In order to investigate the Sentinel's whereabouts, Madam Magistrate has left for Mount Firmament, its last recorded location. Madam Magistrate traveled to Mount Firmament. The looming threat of the Threnodian discouraged any additional diversion of human resources. Furthermore, when it comes to the Sentinel, force is not a viable solution. Madam Magistrate trusts you. It is beyond my authorization to meddle. However, the landscape around Mount Firmament is complex. One must be accompanied by a special wayfinder to navigate safely. That's all I know. Currently, she's likely at the ferry terminal in Whining Ix's Mire. To learn more about Mount Firmament, you can meet her at the ferry. I lack the same level of understanding of the situation there as she does. I trust Madam Magistrate's decisions. This worry about her safety won't leave me. In her last video message, I could tell she seemed weaker than usual, despite her efforts to maintain composure. Madam Magistrate's situation... Rover, Mount Firmament is a dangerous place. I've sent the coordinates to your terminal.
I'm here. Hey, did you notice how the mountain has a strangely pleasant smell? It doesn't look edible, though. Of course you can. And don't worry, if there's any danger coming your way, I'll wake up like clockwork. Well, unless there's nothing that can even... In that case, I probably won't wake.
Let's head to the ferry. Mount Firmament. Our Wayfinder should have plenty of information to share.
Okay. Er hat schon wieder diese andere Quest dann gemacht. Warum? Was ist das? Also es ist die gleiche Region, wo wir jetzt hingehen, glaube ich. Sumpf. Aber wir wollen das hier machen. Das ist halt wirklich gut, dass du überall hin teleportieren kannst, dass du Sachen skippen kannst und so weiter. Das fehlt halt wirklich in Genshin Impact leider.
You done staring? Zapstring, our turn. Where's the destination?
Are you trapped here by the rain? I happen to be waiting for someone too. I am Chun-Li, your Wayfinder. Don't worry, the rain won't last much longer. Our destination lies just beyond it. Rover, what do you know about Mount Firmament? There is a certain folk tale. Have you heard of it? While hiking in the mountains, a woodcutter came upon two people playing Weiqi and became enthralled with their game. Upon his return home, he found a world transformed. Everything was different, as if in a new reality. That mountain was a secret realm where time worked differently.
the woodcutter only spent half a day inside, but outside, a century had passed. Mount Firmament is such a place. But unlike this folktale, there is a price to pay for if I spend a full day in the mountains, 10 days will be taken off my lifespan upon my leaving, reflecting the actual time that is passed outside. Not to mention, the situation on Mount Firmament right now is probably even more complex than before. The strange time patterns of Mount Firmament are tied to the Sentinel's temporal mandate. Time ebbs and flows at its will. If the Fractsidus really has imprisoned our Sentinel, causing it to lose control of its powers, that could explain the temporal disruptions. Which means Mount Firmament is basically a dead end, with no way out. Lifespan is not the top of my concerns. If you've decided to venture there, I'll join you as your wayfinder. Jinshi has stayed on Mount Firmament for too long. She doesn't miss a thing, does she? Before Jinshi left for Mount Firmament, scales began appearing on her body, and her resonance ability was weakening. Those signs pointed to a dire situation for the Sentinel as well. That's why I must lead you there. You might have the key to solving our dilemma. You're here because I invited you. Sanhua was instructed to disclose my whereabouts if you ever went to City Hall and asked about Jinshi. From what I understand, there is a strong link between you and the Sentinel. More importantly, you've been the primary target of the Fractsidus. That overseer tried everything to sway you and make you join their side before our battle with the reviving Threnodian. It's a clear sign that your involvement could disrupt their plans, especially at Mount Firmament. Records at the Grand Library tell a tale of someone who dared to enter Mount Firmament after the Sentinel's descent, and they emerged unscathed, as if time had no hold on them. They were also said to have stood alongside the Sentinel, and here before me stands someone who bears an uncanny resemblance to that very individual. Is it you? If not you, who else could it be? It took me some effort to finally reach this conclusion. Rover, the journey ahead is filled with danger at every turn. Once we venture into the mountains, there's no turning back. Are you sure you still want to join me? As your wayfinder, I'll lead you to your destination. What you do after that is entirely up to you. The rain is subsiding, and the sky will soon clear. It's time for us to head out. We're at the base of Mount Firmament, but we won't enter the temporal barrier until we cross the luminous shore. Shall we proceed? The storm is coming. Some people must be itching to pounce.
Back off. Cleave it. Don't blink! My field of expertise. Not bad. Found any keepers?
Okay, mal so ein paar Sachen nebenbei mitnehmen, die ich noch nicht kenne.
Where's the destination? All yours. You're welcome.
The bridge has broken. Judging by its design and intricate details, it must be a creation of the court of Savante. This is what they call a chronosorter. It mimics the Sentinel's temporal mandate, able to reverse small... My master, their dedication bore fruit. But... it does... Why hasn't this brilliant invention spread beyond Mount Firmament? This chronosorter was built beyond the temporal barrier, so its creator must have already paid the price for leaving. But even if they died, there are countless other CSC members who could replicate it. How did such advance... Or, do these chronosorters stop functioning? This chronosorter, weathered though it may appear, bears... Let's...
Okay, ja, man kann damit ein paar Sachen wieder reparieren, wenn man die Zeit zurückdreht damit. Okay, haben wir auch einen Teleporter hier.
Where's the destination?
Weren't they concerned about losing lifespan?
For those fanatics, nothing mattered more than the truth. To live every moment with overwhelming passion. How many can claim such a tenacious drive and unshakable determination?
Na, hier ist ein Puzzle für eine Truhe, okay.
Rover, it's the
How
Fraxidus.
delicious. Food. I need food.
Saves me the search.
Variable elimination. Complete overhaul. Conditions optimal. Verity. Confined within limits.
The Fraxidus. It's them again.
They've set traps all around the luminous shore. They must have anticipated your arrival.
Like the wind.
Ey, ich wollte das looten.
The entrance is sealed.
It's the photon barrier. Specific steps must...
Ich sehe die 2 Strahlen, danke.
Use long-range weapons on the photon vaults to cut off its energy.
Grow for me.
Once we've reached the cave's end, we'll enter the domain of Mount Firmament. Proceed with caution.
Ich soll nicht reinjieten wie ein Verrückter? Warum nicht?
So it can't hurt me.
Time on Mount Firmament used to simply flow slower than in the outside world. Visitors were safe as long as they remained within the temporal barrier. But what we're seeing now is different. What was once slow and steady has become chaotic and turbulent. So, no one knows how much they'll age after leaving Mount Firmament. But aging from youth to old age may be a blessing compared to the unknown fate that awaits. Leaving Mount Firmament could turn any mortal to dust in just a moment. Such is the power of time within its walls. These poor creatures, trapped in the temporal disruption, are the most pitiful of all. Their bodies and minds have been ravaged by the chaotic time. So, it looks like the Fraxidus did manage to capture our sentinel, leading to the temporal disruptions we are facing now. I had wished that my theories would turn out wrong. As expected, my terminal isn't working. We can't reach Jinshi. The temporal disruption is preventing it from functioning. We can't waste a moment. Jinshi's fate isn't the only one at stake. All the inhabitants of Mount Firmament are in danger. We need to hurry to Hongjian, a town nestled at the heart of Mount Firmament. Jinshi would likely pass through there on her search for the Sentinel.
Okay, das geht also nur mit einem Pistolencharakter. Aber Wasser bewegt sich noch.
The temporal disruptions have spared nothing on our way here. Changli, does that mean you're in danger too?
So far, nothing feels out of the ordinary. It seems the Sentinel contained the situation before being fully trapped. But I don't know how long this stability will hold. If I go down, please, don't worry about me.
KD.
What's the matter? You dreamed of Hongzhen? It sounds like you did dream of this place. What you just described closely aligns with the accounts documented in our grand... Over a century ago, a vast horde of tacit discords invaded Huanglong. Hongzhen suffered greatly during that onslaught. Thankfully, the Sentinel descended, manipulating time to erect a protective barrier. Rover, perhaps that dream is more than just a dream. It could be a glimpse into your own past, and a guiding light for the future. Hongzhen is a pivotal location, linking various parts of Mount Firmament. With the Fraxidus now targeting us, they'll seize any opportunity to intercept our path. But every trap has its weak points. Someone has used their resonance ability here, but it feels different from the Fraxidus aggression. And it seems like she used it in a dire situation. Could it be related to the people of Hongzhen? The traces lead deeper into the heart of Hongzhen. Let's keep moving.
Okay, die haben hier angegriffen.
Someone fought here against those Fraxidus.
Must be Jinshi. Her trails led to this location. Using her resonance ability too much would only worsen her but she must have had a reason. Was she helping the people of Hongzhen find refuge?
Changli, there are traces here.
They're pointing north. Let's proceed in that direction.
Saves me the search.
My field of expertise. Zapstring, the stage is yours. Crush them! I've had enough. Get lost. I'll pay it back tenfold.
Lass mich in Ruhe.
Variable elimination. Complete overhaul.
Tear them to pieces.
Need more experiments.
My field of expertise.
The traces disappear by the pond.
Rover, we need... The vase on the stone table seems rather peculiar.
There's something behind the waterfall.
Let's go take a look.
Another photon barrier.
3 photon vaults to break. Rover, use ranged attacks.
You two, halt.
Hold on.
Lady Xingyi.
Relax, there are honored guests. No need. In a single day, we've greeted both the Magistrate of Jinzhou and her trusted counselor in Hongzhen. I can only assume something significant happened. It's been a while, Changli.
I heard you step down from your position and move to the countryside. And now here we are, meeting again after all this time.
For years, I lived secluded, no longer concerning myself with the matters beyond Hongzhen. But the current situation in Jinzhou is volatile. It has reunited us in an unpredictable moment. And you, young lady, what shall I call you? My name is Xingyi. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Please follow me this way. It's not safe to talk here.
Grow for me. Photosynthesis. Listen up. Ha. Ha. Grow for me.
Die alte Dame lässt sich Zeit. Das ist eine ganz dringende...
I believe you are here for Magistrate Jin Shi. The magistrate left Hongzhen about 15 minutes ago. She should be at the Truth Seeker's Pass now. That's what they call it in Hongzhen. You might know it better as the ruins of a Court of Savante facility.
Lady Xingyi, please elaborate.
Madam Magistrate?
I'm fine. How's the situation? Have we evacuated all the civilians?
Yes. Remaining civilians have been counted and escorted to...
Good. These hidden chambers should provide some much-needed shelter for them to rest a little. Despite being the Sentinel's appointed resonator, I haven't been able to sense its presence for some time now. I can feel my resonance ability waning, and I get my power from the Sentinel. This can only mean one thing. The Sentinel's condition is getting worse. Lady Xingyi, I need to know where the Sentinel was last seen. I can only fix the temporal disruption within a confined radius. It's already pushing my limits to keep this small pocket of space secure. Mount Firmament is in serious trouble, and we can't waste any more time.
The Sentinel was last seen flying towards Huanglong chamber, where it would normally rest. The Fraccidus likely swarmed it soon after. But little did they know, we had a defense system in place, built with the help of the court of Savante. It was reactivated as soon as our Sentinel made it back inside. This mechanism has allowed us to locate their troops. And we've already eliminated some of them outside the Huanglong chamber. To get inside Huanglong chamber, we have to find the cipher key in Truth Seeker's Pass and unseal it with the Keyforge.
Understood. I will go bring back the cipher key.
You are injured. Please, rest and leave it to me.
The Fraccidus will most likely attack this place once I leave. You must stay here and guard it. I implore you, Xingyi. Help me keep our people safe.
Yes, I will, Madam Magistrate.
Before I headed to Mount Firmament, the Fraccidus revealed a prophecy from our Sentinel. A fateful clash between the Sentinel and myself that would shape the fate of our city. I never intended to believe their baseless claims, but I was not surprised to hear it. The Sentinel had told me long ago that there would come a day when I surpass it in power. A day when the humans of Jinzhou take control of their own destiny. Once we save the Sentinel from danger, I intend to have a serious conversation with it about this prophecy.
And then she left.
There's still one thing that doesn't add up. How did the Fraccidus kidnap our Sentinel? The Huanglong chamber was once renovated by the court of Savante. Do you think their research could be involved somehow?
I'll look into what you said. But once we have the cipher key, the Huanglong chamber will be left vulnerable to the Fraccidus' potential retaliation.
We must keep them at... Rover and I are headed to the Truth Seeker's Pass to meet up with Jingxi. We'll distract the Fraccidus' main forces.
And the locals will handle the rest. I will send some men to open up the side exit for you. Head south and keep walking a couple of minutes.
Thank you, Lady
In this place she was born, and in this place she returns. Our magistrate's fate is bound to Mount Firmament.
Okay.
Grow for me. Listen up.
Did Xingyi and Jinxi know each other?
Jinxi was chosen as a baby for her resonance ability, and raised in City Hall to become the Sentinel's appointed resonator. All the government workers there helped care for and teach her at some point, including Lady Xingyi. She grew up with forced to suppress her true nature from a young age. Thinking back, Jinxi was only a teenage girl when she became the magistrate. She has been burdened with unimaginable weight that most cannot.
I assume this is the Truth Seeker's Pass Xingyi mentioned.
Yes. This should be another chronosorter. It should work in similar way. The entrance is built on that cliff, and it's been blocked. We will need to break the 3 photon vaults with ranged attacks first. Nothing. I was wondering, how did the court of Savante create such an advanced mechanism using the Sentinel's power? I've never heard of any human civilization having the ability to manipulate time. Unless the Sentinel willingly taught them. We need to focus on items related to the court of Savante in Truthseeker's path.
Okay. Ich muss mal gucken. Habe ich hier... Da.
One of the photon vaults always ends up blocked off. We can't seem to break 3 of them at once. Perhaps we'll need to use the Chrono Sorter.
Muss gleich was schauen. Das ist innen drinne, ne? Ja.
Up and away!
Da oben drauf ballern? Ich kann doch nicht zielen.
One of the photon vaults always ends up blocked off. We can't seem to break 3 of them at once. Perhaps we'll need to use the Chrono Sorter. Good. Did you see the tacitite fulminate on that cliff? Perhaps we can create an opening in this disk with an explosion.
Darf ich's jetzt?
One of the photon vaults always ends up blocked off. We can't seem to break 3 of them at once. Perhaps we'll need to use the Chrono Sorter.
Also wir wollen das Stück da kaputt machen. Irgendwie. Dass wenn wir es wieder zurück schieben, dass das die Öffnung dann... Aha. Über eine der Stellen liegt, die wir dann anschießen müssen. Genau.
It worked. The opening fits right onto the middle photon vault.
Rover, now we can hit the 3 photon vaults simultaneously. The blockade has been lifted. Let's go in.
Mach mal das. Aber nicht mit ihm, sondern mit der neuen.
New investments, new deals. I promise you won't be disappointed.
Wo kann sie nicht zielen?
Found your weak spot.
Hat sie kein Ziel? Nee. Schade. Tja, dann können wir sie nicht nehmen. Schade. Müssen wir bei dem Team bleiben, wenn noch mehr so eine Puzzles mit drauf schießen kommen.
Up, up and away! Oh, please have something good this time.
Why are there tacit discords here? No. These monsters... They don't look like the usual tacit discords.
These also look...
Another day, another heroic me!
like the works of the court of Savante. Did they create these simulated holograms to protect this place?
It's morphin' time! Heads up! Pew pew pew! No biggie. I can do this all day.
Okay, das geht mit dir gar nicht. Nope. Kann ich nicht nehmen, ist zu schwach.
One with the sounds. Ha! Checkmate. Nowhere to hide. Ha! Down with the curtain!
Leave it to me. Bask in the sunlight. The fruit of evolution, photosynthesis. Ha!
Leave it to me. Ha! 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 One with the sounds. Ha! 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 Ah! That thing up ahead. Is it another mechanism?
Schade.
It seems to have unlocked.
No rush. The impatient ones will fall right into our lap.
After we got rid of those holograms, let's go and have a look. The glowing patterns on that gate. It's a flare crest. Yes. The flare crests have a complex structure. See how each star represents a flare stone? That mechanism we accidentally solved earlier should be one of them. Yes. We still need the other... Wait. The blood and scales here. It's She is likely teetering on the edge of over... We are running out of...
Ich soll schnell machen. Aha, verstanden. Jetzt hör doch auf, diese andere Quest zu taggen die ganze Zeit. Okay.
All yours. You're welcome.
Decades have passed, but those researchers... The Sentinel situation is worse than we thought. It had already sustained severe injuries when it descended upon Mount Firmament. With one of the temporal programs lost, it no longer had the power to restore time. Instead, it could only stop and rewind it.
So, the Sentinel protected Huanglong with its power. But it couldn't return things back to normal?
It would seem so. According to their theories, the Sentinel's injury would worsen over time. And if the Sentinel perishes, the temporal disruptions will spiral out of control, engulfing all of Jinzhou. So the Fraxidus just added a pinch of salt to the already gaping wounds on Mount Firmament. There's nothing we can do. At least that's what only the Huanglong chamber can provide temporary relief for the Sentinel. In the end, the Sentinel and a peculiar visitor who is immune to time disruptions would have to come up with a last resort. The Sentinel couldn't be fixed, so they decided to replicate its power onto a resonator. Their experiments resulted in the first chronosorter. No. A chronosorter can only rewind time within a narrow range. It's no match for the Sentinel's immense power. We are getting closer. 2 more Flarestones left.
Ja, du quatscht hier. Ich wäre weitergerannt. Also so ein bisschen. Achso, ich muss auch gucken wegen Wiederkehreraufgaben oder so. Hier. Mit der Geschichten. Abholen. Ich weiß nicht, wozu das ist, aber ich finde das bestimmt raus. Oder sind das nur die Punkte für da unten? Ja, scheint nur die Punkte für da unten zu sein. Okay, was seid ihr? Okay, damit kriege ich ein 5-Sterne-Echo. Liste der Echos. Das ist cool. Dann braucht man nicht wieder stundenlang rumlaufen, um mal zu gucken, dass man ein 5-Sterne-Echo bekommt. Da ist auch wieder so eine komische Glocke.
What are you looking at? Zapstring, our turn. You'll pay for this.
Lily's attack! No one picks on Ungar's friends! Tack, you're it! Leave me alone!
Tear them to pieces.
So, mal gucken. Ja. Warum sollte das auch besser werden?
I've had enough. Get lost. Crush them!
Here comes Encore! Ha!
This is so much fun! Ha! Oh, shiny! It's gotta be a dragon's treasure.
Der ist neu, den kenne ich noch nicht. Und natürlich bekomme ich den gleich als...
Oh. Ja. Da, 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 da. Ha.
Ist das los? Lass das los. Danke. Müssen also darum gehen.
Another Chronos order. The second flare stone should be behind this gate. Let's restore the collapsed gate with this Chronos order. So it turned you into a clangbang. Please use the leap device to eject yourself and crash through that ice wall. So it turned you into a clangbang. Please use the leap device to eject yourself and crash through that ice wall. Another Chronos order. Let's give it a try. The stone slates have formed a path. Now we can bring the tacitite fulminate across the water.
Spring doch, wenn ich springen drücke, du.
There is still another photon vault to break. We can't reach it from here. We may need to look around for a better vantage point.
Also ja, wir sollen da auf die andere Seite gehen und durchschießen. Ist mir klar. Ich wollte einfach nur da auf der Kante landen und dann von da schießen. Nein. Das Spiel denkt sich, machen wir es schwer. Dass sie dann nicht landen können, dass wir so rumlaufen müssen. Oder was? Meine Güte.
Up, up and away!
Hier ist doch auch nur das, ne? Ja. Das ist los.
Up, up and away!
Das auch nur so. Jetzt muss ja noch was. Ich bin zu doof, keine Ahnung. Da lang? Hier ist nochmal, okay. Es lässt mich da nicht hinklettern. Hä? Stell mich da drauf. Einfach.
Up, up and away!
Also, ne?
One last flare stone to go. There's a carrier.
We've reached the carrier lift.
Now what do we have here? You can't hide from me.
Kann Sachen auch unnötig kompliziert machen. Wenn man die Story langziehen will.
Is that so? So this file confirms that the chronosorters are artificial resonance objects. They activate when hit with a strong impact to create the corresponding resonance effect. And this also answers my previous question. The chronosorters rewind time through resonating with the sentinel. No, it was nowhere near enough. The chronosorters shut down once they are removed from the sentinel's range. Plus, as artificial resonance objects, their capacity is limited. According to the Court of Savante researchers, there was a hypothesis that could potentially make them more powerful, the second resonance awakening hypothesis, which states the collision between two resonating frequencies might cause a second resonance awakening. Yes, that fight has to happen to trigger a second resonance awakening for Jinshi, so she may exert even stronger resonance abilities. Countless chronosorters were made to collide with the Sentinel's frequencies, but they were no match. all the machines turned to dust. One chronosorter briefly showed the power to restore time before breaking apart. This proved that a second awakening can indeed improve resonance ability. The research log mentioned that all chronosorters were working in an overdrive mode. It's similar to how human resonators experience overclocking, they wrote. Overclocking happens when a resonator overexerts their ability. And this researcher who wrote this suggests that it might be the key to triggering a second awakening. No, it's not. Exhausting oneself will only result in destruction. In addition, I noticed another detail in these records. The chronosorters required manual control, while the sentinel Jue appeared to be under someone else's command. In the only incident of success, just as the chronosorter was about to break down, that peculiar visitor gave an order to the sentinel, and the sentinel successfully transferred some kind of energy to the chronosorter thanks to that order. Rover, do you have an idea?
Nee, ich bin blöd. Fragt mich nicht. Okay.
Jinshi.
Ja, gefunden. Und sie fällt um. 3, 2, 1. Jetzt.
Don't worry. Rover is special. The temporal disruption can't hurt her.
But Changli...
Shh. I gave my word to be your pawn, and I intend to keep it. As your teacher and courtier, it is only right for me to do so. And let's not forget, without me playing the Wayfinder for Rover, we wouldn't even have her here. Rover has a strong connection to this place. You need her help to resolve Mount Firmament's crisis.
But we already owe Rover a lot. Thank you, Rover. Thank you. Rover, I will do everything I can to rescue the Sentinel as soon as possible. And we can finally talk to it in person.
Let's cut to the chase. What did you find in Truthseeker's past, Jinshi?
According to the Court of Savante's records, the Sentinel was already injured upon its arrival at Mount Firm. As time passed and its condition worsened, the flow of time became unstable here, causing temporal disruptions that could potentially threaten Jinzhou. Only the Sentinel's appointed resonator can restore its temporal mandate. Their records indicate a solution. To reverse the rapid aging effect from temporal disruptions, I must deliberately collide with the Sentinel's resonance power during combat, triggering my second resonance awakening.
Let's say you can achieve all that, but Jinshi, do you understand what is at stake for yourself?
I understand. I share a resonance connection with Jue, but I never took the time to truly get to know it. I've been blind to its... Sentinel Jue has been guiding us since the city's founding with its wise words and well-crafted decisions. The temporal disruptions we face are just a side effect of its efforts to protect local people. Without the Sentinel blocking out tacit discords through its time manipulation power, Jinzhou would be a barren wasteland today.
So what do you plan to... If the Sentinel's condition is indeed incurable, nobody knows how far the temporal Today it's Mount Firmament, but tomorrow it could be all of Jinzhou.
I will. If it truly comes down to that, I'll fulfill Jue's prophecy myself. It's the only way to save Mount Firmament, protect Jinzhou, and help the Sentinel.
Have you thought about the consequences, Jinshi? Trying to trigger a second awakening by fighting the Sentinel, it could make you overclock at any moment. We both know what that means. You could lose your mind forever, or even disintegrate into dust. You don't want to end up like those chronosorters, shredded under immense pressure. On top of that, do you honestly believe you can fight in your current... I can see right through your facade, Jinshi. You're essentially committing suicide at this point.
You're one to talk, my teacher. I learned from the best. When have you ever backed down from risking your life for what you believe in?
Oh? I don't remember ever teaching you that. We all die eventually, but we need to stay alive as long as we can to achieve. Jinshi, you must live and inherit the Sentinel's power. Then you can save and protect these people for years to come.
Changli.
Jinshi, I don't intend to stop you. I know you've made up your mind. That's why I brought Rover here. You may have already guessed it. Rover is indeed the hero who fought by our Sentinel's side during Jinzhou's early days. She's also the mysterious visitor spoken of in tales about Mount Firmament. All evidence we've gathered points to this being true. If anyone can help us with the situation at Mount Firmament, it must be Rover.
Thank you, my teacher. Jingshi will keep your words in mind.
Lastly, we still don't know for sure how the Fraxidus is keeping our Sentinel trapped. This will determine if you can actually meet it face to face. Yes, it could be any of these scenarios. Lady Xingyi is already on the case. We should get an answer soon. The cipher key should be inside the stone chamber, behind its entrance gate. There is one more flare stone.
Okay. Not? Hallo? Hier ist nochmal so eine komische Klingel zum Einsammeln. So.
Look, our last target. On those floating floor tiles. We need a way to restore them. It worked. The court of Savante set many traps here. They must have worked hard to protect Huanglong Chamber.
Good. There's no time to waste.
The Sentinel never tried to interfere with natural death before. Why did it make an exception?
It's a trap. Watch out.
Oh, wir dürfen sie beide spielen.
Take form. Our lights shine through.
Take form.
Insolence. Moment of awakening. So be it. Bask in starlight.
Ha ha! One with the sounds. Ha ha! 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 Bad timing. Disperse. Ha! 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 No hesitation. Ha! 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 One with the sounds. Ha! Ha!
Together we vanquish. Be reduced to cinders.
Together we fight. Fluorescent shadows.
Hallo, darf ich...
Take form.
Ja, ne, die beiden gab es natürlich auch mal irgendwann zu pullen vor einem halben Jahr, Dreivierteljahr oder so. Ja, natürlich keine Ahnung, wie man die spielt.
I'm done with all 3 flare stones.
Good. Let's head back to the entrance. We should be able to access the cipher key now.
This is so much fun!
Ich wollte schon sagen, ich habe bei Anchor doch das Motorrad. Ach Gott. Reindrücken. Das ist richtig.
This is so much fun!
Endlich ein bisschen Tempo.
This is so much fun! The cipher key.
Meins.
Rover, take good care of the cipher key. I'm leaving the rest to you and Jinji. Please don't forget, I am your wayfinder. I journeyed with you into the mountains to ensure... From this point onward, I will be counting on you both to go and confront the Sentinel. This is all I can do for you. I'm here to guide, not intervene. Not to mention, the Fraxidus has been pestering us You'll need someone to keep them at bay. Yes, they've been constantly watching you, interested in your every move. By all means, please carry on without me. As for myself, I have a more fitting location to make my contributions from. Oh, Speak of the devil.
How rude. This is not how we greet people here. Allow me to demonstrate the proper etiquette.
Changli. Those artificers are nothing to worry about. Don't worry. Changli has her plans. I don't believe we will run into more ambushes on the way.
Ugh, no mercy.
Here we go again. Da 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 da. You're in for it now. Here comes Encore. Tack, you're oopsie daisy.
Da. Das war mein Problem bei 1.0. Ich hau 5 Viecher kaputt und 1 droppt nur. Ja, und dann ist es nicht mal gelb. Also. Dass sie das noch nicht gefixt haben. Also, da die Raten besser gemacht haben, meine ich natürlich. Und ich hatte ja die Maximalstufe, was man haben kann bei den... Ich hatte ja alle Echos gesammelt.
Finders keepers.
Und eigentlich ist ja eine neue Woche. Eigentlich müssen ja die ersten... Wie war das? Die ersten 10, die man in der neuen Woche hat, müssen 5-Star, also gelb werden oder so? War das nicht irgendwie so komisch?
This is so much fun. Wooly sense is tingling.
Neuer Boss?
Leave me alone. Here comes Encore. Wooly, that away. That didn't hurt at all.
Tear them to pieces. I've had enough. Get lost. My field of expertise. Your time is over. Ugh. I'll pay it back tenfold.
Wooly's attack. Da 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 da. You're in for it now. Leave me alone.
Tear them to pieces. My field of expertise.
The fruit of evolution. Luminous energy. Ooh, listen up. Ha. Ha.
Ha. Here we go again. Woolly Stamp. This is so much fun.
Ui. Verteidigung, Angriff. Buh, Schmutz. Nein, ich laufe schon wieder der falschen Quest hinterher. Lass das.
It's Madam Magistrate! She's back! I must go tell Lady Xinyi!
This is so much fun!
The Huanglong chamber is open now. You can proceed inside. Before you go, there's something important I need to tell you. Changli was right. They used the Court of Cervantes' research to trap our sentinel in its resting. They used the chronosorters. Our captured artificer revealed that the Fraxidus sent a death squad to invade Mount Firmament. They had a twofold plan. First, to place the chronosorter in the Huanglong chamber while it was still operational. And second, to lure the sentinel back to Mount Firmament. Although their death squad was no match for the sentinel, by forcing its hand, the powerful resonance ability of the sentinel would clash with the energy of the chronosorter. This would ultimately cause harm to itself. What if the Fraxidus modified those a whole bunch of them, pushed to their limits, all working together to deliver? But not even that was enough to take down the sentinel. After the first hit, they set up modified flare crests in the Huanglong chamber to form a special force field. It prevented the sentinel from replenishing energy, and eventually restricted its movement and perception.
So, we must free the sentinel from that force field first.
It would be a task more complicated. The people of Hongzhen have lived with the sentinel for generations. We can usually tell if it's in good shape or not. But now, the Fraxidus want to capture the sentinel. They won't just stop at Mount Firmament. Madam Magistrate, I'm sure you didn't come here just for the sentinel. Please tell us what you know,
Yes. I will tell you everything.
So the sentinel is actually injured. And it's been getting worse. The Fraxidus attacked while it hasn't healed yet. Madam Magistrate, you've already laid out this plan so far. It's always a challenge to decipher the sentinel's intentions. But there were many theories about it in City Hall at the time. I couldn't fathom why it went through such great lengths to retrieve you from Mount Firmament and raise you within our wall. But now that I reflect on it, perhaps the Sentinel saw in you the potential to one day restore the temporal program and ensure the survival of Jinzhou's I just never thought you'd be willing to follow through with that.
It was here on this very mountain that I first encountered the Sentinel. Back then, I was too young to remember anything. Even the image of Mount Firmament has slipped from my mind. But this time, as soon as I stood at the base of Mount Firmament, I felt a wave of recognition wash over me. Memories long buried resurfaced with... Lady Xingyi, I was born with my life, my everything connected to our sentinel. But my duty as its appointed resonator is not the only reason for my decision. I'm following the heart of my younger self before I became Jinshi. The girl who used to laugh with pure joy as she felt the snow from Mount Firmament on her face. I am a seed born on Mount Firmament, carried by the wind to every corner of Jinzhou. But now, I've returned to my place of origin. It's time for me to take root and grow into something greater.
No matter what happens or what choices you make, please remember, the people of Hongzhen will always have your back. Mount Firmament has been stagnant for eternity. Perhaps a sudden crack of lightning is what we need to break through the fog of uncertainty that has lingered over us for far too long. Once you pass through Hongzhen, keep your eyes open for a cave on the northern cliff. That will lead you to a shortcut towards Mianlung Chamber. The place...
This is so much fun!
Jinshi, so far, everything we know about the Sentinel is still just speculation.
You were right. But my weakening resonance ability and my connection to the Sentinel leave me no choice but to explore these theories. Whether it's fact or fiction, truth or a lie. I have to confront the Sentinel and see for myself.
This is so much fun!
The Mianlung Chamber should be deep in the cave. Let's go.
Here comes Encore! You're in for it now! Oopsie daisy! Ha! This is so much fun! That didn't hurt at all! Oh.
Mit was schießen die denn? Ganz frech.
Time to wrap it up. I'll pay it back tenfold.
Leave it to me.
Wieder nicht die richtige Farbe.
Photosynthesis.
Da wieder nur eins von... Gönn doch mehr Spiel. Soll das?
Ah.
This is so much fun! Woolly senses.
Your time is over. I'll pay it back tenfold. You'll pay for this. I can't keep going. Zapstring, the stage is yours. Zapstring, it's our curtain call.
Woolly's attack! Attack! That didn't hurt at all. You're in for it now.
Wieder nicht.
Oh, shiny! It's gotta be a dragon's treasure. Luminous energy. Grow for me. Listen up. Hands off my friends. The fruit of evolution.
Tear them to pieces. My field of expertise. Ugh. I can't keep going.
The fruit of evolution. Ha! Grow for me. Ha! Ha! Ooh, I can use some fertilizer. Now I'm super dehydrated. Time to hibernate.
Boy, Heck, sind die so stark.
Don't blink! I've had enough. Get lost. I can't keep going.
Again. Leave me alone! Tack, you're it! Woolly Stampede! This is so much fun! Oopsie, no one picks on Encore's friends. Ha! Da-da-da-da-da-da!
Tear them to pieces. Watch and learn. My field of my oversight.
Yet can't sleep. Photosynthesis.
What the fuck? Also, haben die Gegner wirklich so viel stärker gemacht? Also ich hatte keine Probleme in 1.0 irgendeinen Gegner mit den Teams zu töten. Die sind jetzt 5 Level über mir. Also meine Charaktere sind alle 60. Die sind jetzt 65 und ich mache keinen Schaden an denen. Habe ich irgendwas verpasst? Haben sie irgendwann mal was
We'll make new findings.
hart geändert oder so? Also ich weiß, dass meine Charaktere nicht gut ausgestattet sind. Das muss mir keiner erzählen, aber
No rush. The impatient ones will fall right into our lap.
dass sie so viel Schaden machen. Frech. So. Finale jetzt. Mal gucken. Hoffe ich. Video schon 2 Stunden lang.
This must be the Mian. We should now help the Sentinel break free from the Flare Crest spine. Chronos sorters nearby may have frozen this body of... Either way, we can use it to our advantage. We can walk over the... We are too far away to see what's going on inside. Let's go. I still need...
Ja, okay. Warte. Wo ist hier der Beutel? Inventar, da. 25, 25, 20, 20, 20. Doch, ist eigentlich okay. Also meine Boni sind scheiße. Das weiß ich. Daran kann es eigentlich nicht liegen. Ich glaube, ich hatte irgendeinen Crit-Buff-Food immer drinne, aber ich weiß nicht. Ich glaube, das ist da unten. Crit-Rate um 6%? Nein, ich hatte irgendwas Höheres. Die Crit-Rate aller Gruppenmitglieder um 22%. Das hatte ich. Und das LP. Ich glaube, die Sachen hatte ich immer, während ich noch gespielt habe.
I can feel the Sentinel's presence inside, but it's not responding.
Die Matt. Ach nein. Jetzt haben sich
The flare crest. The Sentinel is telling us we need to find the 3 flare stones corresponding to the flare crest. Then we will be able to lift the confinement set by the Fraxidus.
But I'm not seeing any flare stones. Or any kind of entrance to another chamber.
There seems to be something underwater. Let's start with the Chronos.
Okay.
Order here.
Weil, warum auch leicht machen, wenn man erstmal noch 10 Minuten länger rausbeten kann in der Story?
The water level has dropped. It's the flare stone. On that rock.
Let's go retrieve it.
Ist ausgekriegt, ja.
The flare stone is right here. But we have to open this photon barrier first.
This barrier will break down once the corresponding photon vaults are destroyed. One of the photon vaults is in there.
Zapstring, our turn.
We need to find a way to destroy the spikes with the corroder's help. Same as last time. Let's locate the photon vault first.
Here comes Encore! This is so much fun!
Mhm. Ja, doch, mit dem Crit geht's besser. Dann war das wahrscheinlich das wirklich. Ich krieg diese Dinge aber nicht kaputt. Ne. Mal da gucken.
Done.
2 more to go. Let's look for them nearby.
Auf jeden Fall noch Loot.
My field of expertise.
This is so much fun! Woolies, keep up! Woolie's sense is tingling. This is so much fun! Leave me alone! Tack, you're it! Woolly stampede! Oopsie daisy.
Warum kam ich da nicht raus?
You're in for it now! Here comes Encore! Leave me alone! Da-da-da-da-da-da! Woolies, let's race! Hoo-ha!
Da ist auch noch was.
Woohoo! Woolie's sense is tingling.
The fruit of evolution. Luminous energy. Whoa.
Huh? Woolie's attack. This is so much fun. Tack, you're it. Leave me alone. Da-da-da-da-da-da. This is so much fun! Oh, here comes Encore! Into Woolie's belly you go! Oopsie daisy.
Bloom. Photosynthesis.
Tear them to pieces. Time to wrap it up. Crush them!
Here we go again! Heat tack, you're it!
Once, tacit discords terrorized the land.
The region of Jinzhou was under siege. A mother and her newborn child were hiding in ruins, trying to avoid the deadly creatures. They weren't safe for long, as the tacit discord found them. The mother sacrificed herself to protect her child. But with her gone, It was difficult for the newborn to survive. In a couple of minutes, its loud cries gradually died out. Fortunately, the newborn's cries echoed through the forest with a unique resonance that reached the ears of the mighty sentinel. With a burst of energy, our sentinel dispelled the surrounding evils. But sadly, it was too late. That night, Mount Firmament shook with the roars of Wuanglong, and dark clouds gathered. The sentinel returned with a dead infant in its embrace. As if by magic, somber clouds parted, and shooting stars lit up the sky. With Mount Firmament's unique flow of time, the sentinel brought the deceased infant back to life. The resurrected infant became known as the
Sentinel's appointed resonator, and went on to become the magistrate of Jinzhou.
Backstory Pog?
Yes, I've lived in Jinzhou my whole life, and never ventured into Hongzhen. Yet even I know of the legend. To me, Jue is more than just our sentinel, or a revered divine being. It raised me and saved me from certain death. I've been thinking about it on our way here. If the sentinel predicted our fight, why would it even bother saving me in the first place? Now I understand why. Because I am the sentinel's resonator. I may not have any extraordinary abilities, but I do possess the temporal program that it accidentally lost. If Jinzhou ever faces a similar time crisis, I might be the only one who can set things right. In our Sentinel's prediction, the battle between us is supposed to happen in the distant future. It had been waiting for an opportunity, a right moment to tell me the truth. That's why it didn't explain. Now may not be the opportunity the Sentinel has been waiting for. But my body cannot hold up I have to go and face it while I still can. Give up my duty. I never thought about it. To be honest, I did doubt myself many times. It was the endless kindness of you, Changli, Xingyi, and everyone in Jinzhou that gave me the courage to push on. Even Jue's decision to bring me back to life. Whether out of pity or not, I am truly grateful. The thought of it warms my heart every time. Jinzhou holds everything that's dear to me. Even without the title of magistrate, I could never leave Jinzhou behind. I'm okay. The pain I'm feeling is nothing compared to those trapped in the... I must find the Sentinel as soon as possible. We draw from the same source of power. Saving it means saving myself. If there is truly no other option in the end, then I will have to fight it. I refuse to back down. I will fight. To protect the Sentinel and to defend Jinzhou. One life may be lost, but many will be saved. If it means keeping everyone safe, then I have no regrets giving my own. But let me make one thing clear. I am not planning on dying yet. I am here to fight for a chance at survival. We're not in a situation where death is our only option, are we?
Thank you. Come to think of it, many good things have happened to me since you arrived in Jinzhou. Thank you, Rover. My teacher Changli told me it's up to both of us to solve the crisis at Mount Firmament. As I know you have a special connection with our Sentinel, I need your support in this decision. But don't worry. I'm prepared. This isn't about succumbing to destiny. It's about embracing it. I am grateful to have you by my side through it.
Ja, ich muss dass das Wasser hier hinten auch hoch ist, ja? Dass ich dann da einfach rangehen kann. Ich habe gedacht, hä, muss ich da jetzt irgendwie ranfliegen, da ranklettern und dann, aber nö.
Willies, let's race! This is so much fun! Ha!
One last flare stone to go.
Ist okay. Du musst das nicht zeigen. Wir würden das doch eh nicht sehen. Jetzt muss ich schauen. Dahin.
The remaining photon vault is hidden behind the fissured ledge.
Fissured ledge. If only there was a tacitite fulminate. Let's look around.
Okay, brauche ich ein Call jetzt noch? Ich glaube nicht. Das ist nur, wenn wir da an die Kiste wollen, ne? Ja.
This is so much fun!
Okay. Ich glaube, ich brauche sie jetzt nicht mehr. Kurz was schauen. Und dann hier ran, ne? Genau. Irgendwie so komisch war das. Wenn man da auch nicht
Good.
hätte vorher
Now
gegenhauen
we can
können.
get that flare stone.
Neue Trophäe, okay. Guten Tag.
Watch out. Complete overhaul. All shall reveal itself. Hey, yeah. Reconfiguration. Hey, yeah.
The fruit of evolution.
It's nothing.
Reconfiguration. Complete overhaul. Reconfiguration. Disrupt conditions optimal.
Tear them to pieces. I've had enough. Get lost. Crush them!
Variable elimination. Disruption. Pierce through the stars. Complete overhaul.
Ja, das Spiel gönnt wieder nicht. Wieder nur was mit Verteidigung. LP. Schmutz.
All set. The Sentinel should be able to break free now.
Yes. I believe.
Rückkehrer-Event noch mal kurz reingucken. Aha. Bitte geht da hoch, danke. Und jetzt verprügeln wir den Drachen, den wir eigentlich retten wollten.
Jinshi, it has been quite some time. And greetings, Lady Arbiter. Or should one address you as Rover now? One cannot discern the cause of your arrival. Yet its significance heralds Jinzhou's fateful juncture. Shall a child who has lost their memories take up arms and fight for their fate? Or shall they retreat to their cradle and slumber? The seed of the future shall be sown in this very moment. Once the situation settles, an explanation shall be provided. For now, one must implore you to simply engage. Jinshi, your journey has been an arduous one. Aside from aiding one in this predicament, surely there are other inquiries you wish to make.
I cannot bring myself to ask for more. All I seek is the truth. Mount Firmament is in grave danger. regarding the temporal mandate and your injuries, please do not keep the truth from me any longer.
One understands your concerns. The timing may not be optimal for this disclosure, yet in the midst of crisis, one must act with expedience. For one will soon perish. One such as this, of immortal nature, is designed to endure for all time. Yet one suffered severe harm in ancient times, and now relies on the Huanglong chamber for survival. This is not the optimal. For a long time, one has had to use this chamber to replenish energy, hoping to delay the inevitable doom. Yet fate cannot be defied. The Fraxitus have conspired against this one. Now, the injury only worsens. The Huanglong chamber can no longer prolong one's life. Jinzhou. The city of Jinzhou will be no more. Ever since one descended upon Mount Firmament, using the power of temporal mandate to repel tacit discords, time has been in disarray within this location. The fate of Jinzhou was sealed from that moment. Over the past millennia, one has defied the laws of nature and sustained Jinzhou at the cost of one's own life force. Otherwise, the temporal disruption would wreak havoc not only on Mount Firmament, but on the entire region of Jinzhou. If this were to happen, all life will be engulfed in a chaotic storm of twisted time flow. Jinzhou shall forever remain frozen in time. The past and the future melt into one, rendering life indistinguishable from death. The ceremonial rituals and endless battles persist. All inhabitants of Jinzhou shall endure this perpetual fate until time itself. It is this one's own doing. In the coming days, one will exert every ounce of strength to freeze the time in Jinzhou. In that moment, Jinzhou will fall into stillness, but not perish. In the distant future, the people of Huanglong may discover a method to rescue Jinzhou.
Is there truly nothing else we can do?
This is not the optimal solution, but it suffices as an option.
Please, forgive me, but I cannot do as you say. A decade, a century. What if nobody comes up with a solution? By that time, the world will have turned its back on... And who would be willing to spend precious resources rescuing a small city in a far-off corner of the world? Jinzhou's fate deserves better than an uncertain future.
Whilst one may not live to witness the future, one can still envision endless possibilities yet to come. In my deduction, this method proves to be the most effective and stable. Magistrate Jinzhi, as you express doubts, the flow of time upon Mount Firmament is in disarray, and if one does not freeze the time now, the situation in Jinzhou shall surely worsen 100-fold, or even 1,000-fold.
Wann kämpfen wir endlich? Hallo, nur zu quatschen. Also der Drache sagt das jetzt nur, damit wir anfangen, gegen den zu
You
kämpfen.
once predicted a destined battle, but
Correct.
I was lost at first. By clashing two resonating powers, a second resonance awakening can be induced. Through this, I am able to push my resonance ability beyond its limits and invoke the temporal mandate to restore the flow of time, though I will be forced to raise my blade against you.
Ridiculous! If you clash with my resonance power, even the smallest mistake will result in overclocking and leave you... You are well aware of its excruciating effects. The pain you feel now is but a faint scratch in comparison to its true torment. Moreover, you will be trapped within the fissures of time itself. Your being will be relentlessly shredded and mended day after day, denied any respite for eternity.
But I can restore the errors in the flow of time. Isn't that why you saved me all those years ago? I'm just doing what you've been doing all along. Going against fate to keep Jinzhou safe.
Jinshi, you are given one last opportunity. You are only here to witness before the right time arrives. But you are not compelled to remain idle. Should you intervene, we may augment Jinshi's odds of survival by a fraction. Command me to transfer my temporal mandate access to Jinshi at the right moment. The moment of her resonance ability's depletion, when she is teetering on the brink of overclocking. Miss that moment by even the slightest margin, and Jinshi's fate will be sealed.
I should have died a long time ago. But I was lucky enough to be saved by you, allowing me the chance to see the glittering lights of Jinzhou for myself. You rewinded time to save me. I am responsible. Jinzhou is my home. If it's ever in danger, I will do everything in my power to protect what I hold dear, even at the cost of my own life.
Such a valiant speech. Do you know the weight of this decision?
I understand your concerns. I will reach my second awakening with our destined confrontation, and restore the time flow. Are you willing to bet on me?
Restore the time flow. Pray, from where does this confidence arise? You are my resonator, but your strength is only a fraction of mine. There is little chance for you to retreat unscathed.
But I can at least win some hope for our people. Even if it costs me my soul, my everything. I cannot die without trying. I may only bear your power for a fleeting moment. It's all I need to secure a better future for Jinzhou, defying all of your predictions. And I can keep you safe. If there is anyone who can face you in a fight, that person has to be your resonator. I will be your final winning move in this game.
Are you truly ready to challenge a being worshipped by your kind. Will you not regret it when you meet your bitter demise?
I will not regret it. No matter what.
Very well, Magistrate of Jinzhou. Come to the summit. Demonstrate your prowess. Show me how you shall be my triumphant ace.
Jetzt muss ich nur auf den Berg klettern. Die will verarschen. Lass das. Ah, da hoch irgendwie, okay.
Lady Arbiter, one is curious about your choice this time. Wherever the tides may take us, you will bear witness to our fight.
Government must be guided by virtue. She, do you keep this in mind?
Yes. Virtue must come first. Politics, commerce, it all must serve the people.
From now on, you shall be known as Jinshi, bearing Jinzhou's name as your own. What do you think of this world?
Like... here. Darkness clings, but lights flicker in the gloom.
A guiding light's not easily lit.
That's why they stand out so brightly against the darkness.
This entrance leads to one sonorosphere, Rover. This battle is related to the fate of Jinzhou, and only you can open this sonorosphere.
If I open it. The ideal outcome would be for her to absorb your power at the critical moment and restore the time flow without any loss of life. But there's a chance that she could push herself too far, though, if I do nothing.
Hurry. Now, please.
Rover. I have been preparing, leaving Jinzhou behind, but that's why I'm here.
Ihr müsst nicht
Our
alles
city
dreimal
has a
sagen.
rich- They deserve a bright future. I want to protect Jinzhou. Let's begin.
Also haben sie das alles jetzt nochmal erklärt für die Leute, die letzten 10 Minuten nicht zugehört haben? Als die beiden zusammen diskutiert haben? Frech.
Negligence on my part. Be swift. Evil be cleansed. Our lights shine through. Heaven ordains. Banish all vice. Sacred light.
Also ja, sie greift den Drachen mit den Drachen an, weil sie halt die Drachenkräfte hat. Ist ein bisschen komisch. Aber...
Insolence. So be it.
Hä, ich hab doch Sprinten gedrückt. Ich wollte schon sagen. Wir sind in der Zeit eingefroren.
I shall lead the way. Evil be cleansed. Strike fast. Worry not. Sacred light. Thunder guide us. Evil be cleansed. Take flight.
Quite the impressive feat, Magistrate Jinshi. However, you are still a long way from inheriting my power. Back down now, while you still can.
I've made up my mind, and I will not back down. You once said it's not easy to become a candle of light. But I still want to try. I want to see if I can ignite a spark of hope for Jinzhou.
Ja, kannst du nicht. Toll.
Onwards.
Ich kann nicht nach links oder rechts weglenken.
Onwards.
Also ich bleib direkt immer in der Attacke stehen. Also mit dem Controller. Ich weiß nicht, ob das mit der Maustastatur gehen würde. Ich konnte nicht weglenken.
What do you say? Cute, isn't it?
Lady Arbiter. May this one transfer the temporal mandate to Jinshi.
We have our front line soldiers defending the hard one.
But I've got just the one.
This one has heard your decision.
deserve a right future.
The transfer has been carried out as you instructed. Jinshi, one shall honor one's promise and restore Jinzhou's future to you and its people.
Wow. Richtig viel Belohnung bekommen. Uiuiui.
Jinshi has recovered. One will soon send her back to Jinzhou for recuperation, with all matters resolved, as per the agreement. One is prepared to answer any inquiries you may. I am Jue the Sentinel, the guide of Jin. You are my arbiter, and my former master. In bygone days, I stood by your side as you established Jinzhou City. You tasked me with safeguarding its prosperity. This one begs your pardon, for it is not. One is prepared to answer any. In the past, one was granted the key to that Sonoro sphere by your hand. You said you planned to participate in history, to make choices and witness the development of civilization. One had previously requested for permission to transfer the temporal mandate to Jinshi, as that is how one is designed to function. Every ounce of my existence, from life to death, and even the passing on of power, is subject to your approval. One is prepared to answer any inquiries you may have. Since Jinshi has inherited my power, that Jinshi has fully assumed the mantle of leadership. This situation has been analyzed before. To accomplish her goal, Jinshi must possess both strength and confidence. Revealing the truth to her earlier would only add to her troubles. Today was not the ideal moment for our destined battle to unfold, but the Fraxidus has remarkably escalated its arrival. One is prepared to answer any inquiry. The flow of time on Mount Firmament has been restored to its natural pace. But the citizens of Hongzhen must still contend with shortened lifespan. Fortunately, with Jinshi's resonance ability, they can stay. For lack of a better solution, through countless ages, the imposing Mount Firmament stood firm against the storms. But as spring brings thunder and change, one feels a spark of transformation in the air. The people of Hongzhen have a bright future ahead. One that can be steered in the right direction within mere days, with proper leadership.
Schön, dass mir das Spiel sagt, wie lange ich schon aufnehme.
One is prepared to answer any.
Geh weg. Kusch.
Your tacit mark. There is something unusual.
Rover, who's bullying you? Huh? Is it you, big thing? Huh? Wait, pause. I don't think it has any bad intentions. It smells like the unnatural smell I smelled in Jinzhou before. Oh, so Rover, why didn't you wake me up earlier? I got a feeling I missed out on a lot of fun.
It does feel similar to me, but there is some difference. This entity is unfamiliar to me. As it resides within your tacit mark, one can only assume you granted it access intentionally. Lady Arbiter, have you heard of the Black Shores? The Black Shores is the starting point of your journey in this world. If you have doubts, this one suggests a visit to that island. Worry not. The wuthering waves ebb and flow. They shall send you back to where you belong.
Okay.
One suggests heading back to Hongzhen to reunite with your companions, Lady Arbiter. With Mount Firmament no longer posing a threat, surely...
Ja, shh.
Hongzhen will undergo significant changes.
Okay, dann ist das unter uns. Ansonsten müssen wir jetzt wieder zur Stadt zurück. Wo ist denn jetzt... Das ist diese Hologramm-Herausforderung. Eingang, den wir benutzt haben. Man kann doch diesen Drachen bekommen, oder nicht? Bin ich doof? Also ich könnte schwören, dass diesen Drachen, gegen den wir gerade gekämpft haben, auch als Echo gibt. Ja, vielleicht irre ich mich auch. Wie gesagt, ich kenne mich nicht so geil mit dem Spiel aus. Ja, dann... Anbruch des Schneesturms. Fahre den Berg hinunter.
Where's the destination? Where's the destination?
Okay. War denn das? Ne, dann muss das immer der Charakter gewesen sein, der diesen Angriff gemacht hat. Wenn jetzt hier kein Bosskampf ist, wo man den Drachen bekommt, als Echo, na, dann müssen das immer Leute gewesen sein, die den Charakter haben und halt die Attacke benutzt haben. Ich habe gedacht, den gibt's als Echo dann. Praktisch, weil, ne, den anderen finalen Boss, der ist ja auch dann zu dem farmbaren Echo geworden. Ah, dann kann man in die andere Richtung, ja?
Zapstring, our turn.
Glatzio, Schadensbonus und Angriff. Nice. Können wir sogar gleich für den neuen Charakter benutzen. Diese Richtung.
Where's the destination?
Ich gucke. Da.
Where's the destination? Good. There's no time to waste.
Okay, das muss unten sein. Das ist auf der anderen Seite. Schade. Habe ich jetzt eigentlich Geld? 451.000. Okay. Okay, und bei ihr gibt man dann diese Windklingen ab, die man sammeln kann. Also diese Glocken, die wir ein paar Mal so angehauen haben und dann gesammelt haben. So wie hier muss irgendwo eine sein. Da oben. Ist nur der Synthese-Ding, ne? Ja. Abgesoffen. Hier.
Mount Firmament glowed with the sun's light, high above the clouds and snow. Then, suddenly, they vanished, revealing a distant blue sky. And amidst it all stood a white-haired maiden, like a goddess descended from the heavens. With a mere wave of her hand, she brought forth a new season, transforming the streets below. This maiden was none other than the dead infant, now reborn as the magistrate of Jinzhou. When thunder roars in spring's embrace, the sun shall shine upon this place. For only through death and strife can one truly embrace new life.
Das sind die bösen Bösewichte.
I see. Doesn't matter. That's not important for our goal. We have the answers we wanted already. With the second resonance awakening, we will tap into powers that rival the Sentinels. Complete control of the artificial resonator awakening process is within reach. And lastly, about that Rover. This trip was worth it. We've collected many wonderful notes, haven't we? It's about time. Get moving. Can't let a certain someone wait too long behind bars.
Okay, damit haben wir Akt 7 in einen durchgespielt. Dann kommt noch Akt 8 und dann können wir 2.0 spielen. Warte, jetzt können wir Rover auch nochmal upgraden.
No rush. The impatient ones will fall right into our...
Another day. Let's reach farther destinations.
Another day. No rush.
Hopefully, we'll make...
Let me be there for everyone, as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
Zustand Ausschwung, Stand angefasst 5 LP. Okay. Dann kann ich hier noch kurz was abholen. So, und dann müssen wir Akt 8, genau, Kapitel 1, Akt 8, das da. Und das machen wir dann im nächsten Video. Bis dahin, ciao Leute.